This man is single-handedly ruining Barcelona. Deco has not only ruined their credibility and their financials. Look at this. Gundogan, one of their most consistent players last season, wasn't really, affected by injuries like other center midfielders in the team, like the likes of Frankie de Jong, Pedri, Gavi, who are seen as the future of Barcelona, right? But Gundogan was there, asking for the mentality to be higher, calling out Araujo after crucial mistakes in the Champions League. Gundogan was not only consistent, but a leader. And he brought what Man City had over there at City, right? And tried to bring it to Barcelona, and they just couldn't take it. You had the likes of Araujo and the other members of the locker room, losing respect for Gundogan for having high standards. And you decided that you wanted to do a straight swap for Gundogan, right? Who is in his 30s, for prime Rodri, who's going to be in the top 3 Ballon d'Oro race straight up. Have you not have any shame, mate? What happened to shame, Deco? Because that is absolutely pathetic. Rodri straight up for Gundogan. You know how sad that offer was? That Man City didn't even negotiate. They said, you know what? Keep Gundogan. And then they ended up getting him for free. So what does that tell you about Deco? Well, he has no shame. Let's be realistic here. Now, not only this, right? Not only this pathetic offer, you let go of Ilkay Gundogan for free, back to Man City, back to the original club. And, he felt so bad that he gave up the rest of his contract. That's how bad he felt. Ilkay Gundogan, you should have taken that money because Barcelona owes you nothing. You came and tried to put Man City standards, Pep Guardiola standards in this current Barcelona team last season, and instead the locker room turned on you for wanting to have high standards like you had them at City, where you won back to back to back, Premier League titles. You won a treble, you won a Champions League, first ever for Man City, and you know how they repay you? They repay you with the locker room turning on you. That shows how the mighty have fallen. Do you remember when Barcelona were the top of the top, cream of the crop, when they knocked on the door, they signed whoever they wanted, when they were recklessly spending, they went and got Griezmann off rivals Atletico. They went and got Coutinho off Liverpool, said no price was too high. They went and got the future Dembele, 100 million, 100 million, 100 million, just throwing it as if they were billionaires off crypto, And then now, they can't even afford to make a registration for Danny Olmo. That's how sad it is. And Ilkay Gundogan here, going back to Man City, as an Arsenal fan, it hurts me because the last 10 games, we all know this man turns up like no other. Man City got worse when he left. And they couldn't find a replacement. They tried with Wolves. They went and got their midfielder. They tried with Calvin Phillips. He wasn't enough. They couldn't find a replacement. They said, you know what? It was inevitable. Like Thanos said, where did it lead you? Back to me. And they went back to Gundogan, and they've got this lad. They're bringing him on a 1 year with an option for another year for free. It was so bad that Gundogan said, the standards are so low, I'm going back. Have the rest of my contract. Absolutely saddening news here. And look, Barcelona's midfield for the debut season, they do win 2-1 against Valencia, which Valencia, this isn't the same Valencia that was competing in the Champions League, all right? This is a very fallen Valencia, all right? And look, these two midfielders has anyone really heard of these two lads? What happened to Pedri? What happened to Gavi? What happened to De Jong? What happened to these midfielders, right? That were the future. Now I'm seeing two guys from La Masia starting because your midfielders can't stay healthy, and you get rid of the consistent midfielder in Gundogan. You're telling me Gundogan couldn't start over one of these two lads? It's actually sad. It's actually sad, and I have no idea why Hansi Flick took this job, because you can't even reinforce your team. You signed Danny Olmo, and where is he? Oh, you can't register him. That's where it's gotten with this team. Linked to Nico Williams, but Nico Williams is seeing this and he's like, I'm not even going to be able to play because they can't register me. Rightfully so. Nico Williams should just wait, play the season out, and, extend or whatever, and then you could transfer to a Premier League side that can afford you. You obviously don't go to Chelsea because, they just have 42 players, but This is just the right step in his career. Why go to Barcelona when they can't register anyone? Why? Why? It's absolutely saddening. And as someone who's grown up watching Barcelona in their prime, it's you start to feel bad almost. You start to feel bad because this team was heavily respected, and now they can't register their signings. It's the mighty really have fallen on this one, and it's sad. But anyways, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this. Leave a comment down below if you think Barcelona will register Dani Olmo. Look at that question. Will Barcelona register Dani Olmo? The game's gone for Barca.